That's why you have a great team around you. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining the call. My name is Megan Lynch. I'm actually right here in Ohio right now, and I'm just truly excited to share some powerful information. So we do a call like this every single night at around 8 o'clock. I am going to start doing some calls in the middle of the day just to accommodate all of our different time zones that we have, because we really don't want anyone to miss this information. Now, as we are listening in, guys, I just ask that you kind of put the kids to the side, the dogs, all those distractions, so that you can really hear this information and be able to ask our owner some business-minded questions, because, he's a multimillionaire. He's given of his time to be on here with us. So we definitely want to respect his time. But I know we have a lot of new guests on the line tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right into our presentation. Again, I want to welcome each and every one of you to our business community, where we truly focus on branding ourselves. Many of you on here are businessmen and women, and we want to be able to support you. And we want to help you do the things that you love to do. We want to help you fund your passion. So I want to tell you guys that my passion is really helping people. I started Apprentice Minds, a nonprofit organization, with my sister. I partnered with Apostle Rod Stevenson, who started M-Life, Millennials Leading in Financial Education. And our main goal is really to help people build wealth. My twin sister and I are not just entrepreneurs. We consider ourselves to be social entrepreneurs. And a social entrepreneur really cares about the well-being of not just themselves, but of everyone. And I want to tell you guys that we can really do some great things when we come together, and we're going to create that social change. We're going to be the catalyst. We're going to be the innovators in society. And along the way, we're going to accumulate wealth that we can pass down to our children. And in order to do that, you have to have the right people around you. So I partnered up with Apostle Rod Stevenson. He's been trading for over 20 years. He's just shy of $1 million trader. He taught kids in Africa for over 20 years. And guys, we are truly blessed that Apostle Rod is going to teach us for free on our platform. He is going to teach our business community. So I want to tell you that we actually partnered, and we said, what can we do to incorporate both of our ideas, Apprentice Minds, M-Life, and bring in the community. And that's what we're all about. So we said, we're going to start a business community called Freedom Mindset. And our main focus is going to be income shifting. Now, in order to shift your income, your mind has to change. When your mindset changes, your cash flow is going to change. And this is when you can start acquiring assets. Now, in order to truly be in a different tax bracket, you're going to have to understand that it's hard to get rich being an employee, and there's nothing wrong with having a job. So please don't think that, I think there's something wrong with it, because I taught high school for 14 years. But the one thing is that your time is not your own. So I shifted myself into that 1099 status, being self-employed. And then I realized that if I can get other like-minded people and build in a system, this is where you can truly start to become an investor into your own dreams. So we decided that we're going to just go back to our roots. We're going to practice group economics, and what better way than to model it after, I think, the best depiction of group economics. Black Wall Street, they had their own businesses, their own busing station. And I said, what? Why can't we do that and create a new Wall Street? We don't have to separate ourselves. You can be black, white, red, yellow. It doesn't really matter. But you have to believe in unity. So we decided that we're going to unite. We're going to be like the sharks off a Shark Tank, and we're going to look for those businesses where we can go into these businesses together and really create some substantial buying power. It's so much better when you have like-minded people working together and really on the same path. And our path is really to create this virtual Wall Street. So let me tell you really quickly who we're looking for. Because right now we're in the beginning stages, and we're not really looking for everyone. We're looking for like-minded entrepreneurs, ministries, organizations, business owners. We're looking for people who really want to get ahead, but who want to grow together. And in order for us to grow together and make changes, we have to become financially free. And I'm going to tell you what that looks like for many of us. Now, if you actually truly want to have wealth accumulation, you have to play in the markets where the wealthy play. So what we're going to do is we actually are looking into 4 very powerful industries. One of those industries being Forex. Now, I told you guys, like, I talk to so many people, and the interesting thing is that Forex has been around since really the beginning of times. Currency has always been exchanged. Now that we have our cell phones, it's so much easier to get involved in Forex, but 90% of the population still has no idea what it is. And Forex is amazing. You can make an amazing income, but it is a learning curve. You have to be patient. You have to learn how to take advantage of that $5 trillion a day market. So in the meantime, I actually met with one of my partners. Harry is in this particular company. He is the right-hand man to our owner, and he introduced me to binary option trading. Now, you guys are going to love this because binary option trading is simple. This company is going to shoot us 1 trade a day. This is really for busy people who want to make money in this amazing market every single day, but you may not have the time to learn it. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second. We're also going to get into crypto mining. We're going to add this to our portfolio later on as our business community gets comfortable in the Forex space, gets comfortable in the binary option space. We're going to be adding this into our portfolio. And while we're doing that, we're going to build together. We believe that you should be able to accumulate that active and passive income. So I'm going to switch gears for just a second and let you guys know that we are actually getting ready to launch in one of the most powerful opportunities that I've ever seen. And people say that all the time, and I don't know if they really mean it. But when I was looking for a company, I was looking for a company that was stable, owned their own platform, was inexpensive, but powerful, and we found it. So I want to introduce you to Modern Money Team. And I'll give you just a quick overview because our owner is going to be jumping aboard this call right toward the end. We don't want to leave him on here too long, but Dan Putnam is amazing. I mean, every time I talk to him, I feel like I grow 10 feet tall. He actually invested over $10 million in his own company, started as a legitimate cryptocurrency platform, and he's helped a lot of people. He's funded over 10 startup companies over the last 17 years. Most of these companies are still in business and have made over $100 million. Now, the ironic part is that I got in one of the companies that he funded. So I'm just truly excited that he's right here in the States, but we have a global opportunity for all of you. So we're all over the map right now, and Forex and cryptocurrency is global. So I want to tell you guys that we actually had the pleasure also of meeting another very influential person in this company, King Chris Cole, stock trading and cryptocurrency expert. He's an amazing husband and father. I encourage you guys to check out his Instagram page. It's very, very inspiring to see a young man of 35 taking care of his family, not only taking care of his family, but also teaching the community. He has over 11 years of full-time trading experience, and he is kind of like the brains behind that binary option product that I'm going to be talking about. He's not only in Forex binary options, but he's also in the futures market and has some auto trading experience as well. So I want to tell you guys, if you are looking for an opportunity to make great money, maybe you want to learn Forex, maybe you want to get into that $5 trillion a day market, you have an opportunity to do that with our business community. Forex is a 24-hour a day, 5-day a week market, but many of us are busy. And most of the people that you talk to, 85% of them in the United States are making less than $30,000 a year. And, we're worth more than that. And we're going to give you an opportunity to really supplement your income full-time, part-time, some of the time. It's really up to you. So I'm excited because many of our partners have already been demo trading in the binary option market. I know Esel today, inside of our group, he showed us how he made in his demo account $1,900 today. And it was that simple. Harry, these are some live results right here. My partner had $174 in his account. That account quickly, in just a couple days, jumped to $295, then to $432. In less than about a week and a half, his account was at $559, quickly jumped to $1,100. Now, this is what got my attention because Harry kept sending me these messages inside of my Facebook Messenger. And first, I wasn't really paying that close attention, but when I had seen his account go from $174 to $1,100 in just a couple weeks, I really had to take note of that. So I want to tell you guys that not only are we going to be offering MMT's binary option product, our traders are actually going to be teaching you Forex. These are some real results from Apostle Rod. He copied, pasted some Forex signals, and when he did this at 10 o'clock, it was at $9. Quickly at 1 o'clock, it jumped to $48. Now you're going to see that there's some red in here. You're not going to win all the time in any market. But what we learn how to do and what we teach is how to manage your losses. So I want you guys to imagine, and feel free to throw it in the chat. What would you do if you had an extra, $1,500, $3,000 a month? And when you really break that down, that's an extra $50 a day. What would you do with an extra $100 a day coming into your bank account? And when you really start looking at the magnitude of $3,000 extra a month, that's life-changing for a lot of people. I had another partner who made over $247 in just over 48 hours. So guys, it's a amazing market. I'm excited because I'm coming from the English teacher world into this brand new financial experience that I'm having that I didn't even know existed. So I want to tell you guys right now that if anything that I just said is exciting to you, maybe you're busy, maybe you just want to make a little bit of money or a lot of bit of money, you truly want to take a look at Forex and binary option trading. We will walk you through the process, hold your hand through the entire process, and allow Forex to fund your passions. So I do want to tell you guys that Modern Money Team has a lot of products coming out, but we're going to actually take advantage of their $49 a month binary option trading product. One trade a day, high returns. It's more for that short-term active trader, that faster money, and it's going to come through you to a very powerful app. Now, if you have just a couple minutes to take a trade, you could truly change your life. Now, what our Freedom Mindset business community is going to do, we're not only going to offer our community the binary option trading, we're also going to offer you Forex education, live webinars, daily signals, all for that $49. So as long as you are partnering with us, as long as you are partnering in our vehicle, MMT, you can get everything you see on this screen for $49 a month. And I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and he's like, $50, is that it? Because he knows that it's going to cost you about $199, anywhere from $200, $300, $400 a month to learn Forex without the binary options. And MMT is going to be coming out with more products as well. So guys, I'm excited. I'm going to get through this comp plan really quickly because there's 82 of you on here right now, and I'm sure you're not on here to listen to me. We have our amazing owner, and he's going to talk about the vision. But what Dan understands is that in order to really have a successful company, you have to be able to have a great product that pays. And you also have to have an amazing compensation program. So for those of you who are looking to just trade, awesome. Pay $49 a month and just trade. For those of you who maybe you're limited in your funds and you want to put money in your funding account, I encourage you guys to take a look at our residual compensation plan. Now, our company is going to pay you 3 very powerful ways. And I'm excited about it because there is nothing more simple than a binary compensation plan. It is synergistic. If you want to be a promoter over here and you want to be compensated, enroll one person. When you enroll a second person, the company is going to pay you 20% on your lesser leg volume. I'll break that down in just a second. They're also going to pay you a 50% check match on every person that you bring to MMT. And they're also going to pay you a 10% check match. Now, typically, you know, when I'm looking at an opportunity, I want to see the simplicity of it. Nothing's easy. You know, anything you say is easy, it's probably not worth having. But this compensation plan is so simple that here in the next week or two, we're launching tomorrow, you're going to see people who are making an amazing income. And our goal is really to max out the compensation plan at $20,000 a week in the binary. That's just one way we get paid. So I want you guys to understand that you don't have to enroll a lot of people. What I would encourage each and every one of you to do is use the product. If you're afraid about losing money, the great thing is that it's $49 a month. And if you're utilizing our product, there's no reason why you should not be making money. Now, if you're promoting, I want to show you how powerful our compensation plan is and how simple it is. We've been in pre-launch for 4 weeks. And the reason being is because Freedom Mindset, we don't join companies. We launch our businesses. We're professionals. So if you want to partner with people who truly know what they're doing, you want to get plugged in with us right now. And it's $49 a month. The company is going to pay you 40 CV. They're going to pay you 100% of that commissionable volume. All it means is that they're going to make sure that they pay you top dollar for bringing over new promoters. So let's say you sign up a person on your left, you sign up a person on your right. The company is going to pay you 20% of that 40 or that $40. So bare minimum, let's say you make $8 that week. It's not really a ton of money, but those of you who understand compound interest, you're going to be super excited when I show you how you can get to $20,000 a week off of a $49 a month product. Now, once you sign up your 2 people, then obviously we help your 2 get commissionable. And when that happens, the company pays you 20% of those 2 people, that's $16 that week. 3rd week, duplication continues to happen, $32. Watch what happens your 4th week. You're already made your money back and you've also made a profit. So, and this model is only if you enroll 2 people and you help your 2 get 2. Now, a lot of people get nervous about getting into businesses, but this is a model that definitely works. I want to show you guys how many of us are already in our 7th, 8th, 9th, some of us in our 10th week already, and we haven't started yet. We launch officially tomorrow. So if you really want to watch some people do some great things, you can definitely sit on the sideline, but I'm telling you that in the next 13 weeks, as many of us as possible are going to focus on maxing out that comp plan. Now, the reason being is because we want to help as many people as possible, but the company has the audacity to not only pay you 20%, they're also going to pay you 50% check match on every single person you bring to the table. So when you enroll, your friend or maybe Michael, you enroll your mother. Of course you want your mother to win. So why not help her win? Help her to use the product. She can plug into our trainings. If she introduces somebody to the business, let's say they make $200 that week from the binary, then your mother, Michael, would make $100. MMT is going to cut her a check that week for $100. If someone makes $400, you're going to make $200. You can enroll as many people as you like. I do want to give a shout out to Selena. I want to give a shout out to Sunshine. You guys have really been an integral part of really bringing people into this business, and you've enrolled and exposed this business to over 30 people already in a pre-launch. So imagine what's going to happen when we actually get going and we can utilize the product. In this diagram alone, you may add an extra $800 just on check match. The company also pays you 10%. So Selena, as you go out and you help Lena get a great check, and Lena goes out and she helps Esel get a great check, you get a 10% weekly check match up to 5 generations in this company. So guys, if you've ever wanted to be a part of one of the most amazing opportunities to get into Forex, to get into binary option trading or cryptocurrency for under $50, trust me, you're not going to find it, because we've created this platform. Okay. We've created the Forex with the binary options. And I want to introduce you guys to just an amazing gentleman. Okay. And I say he's amazing because I had no idea when I was in my first company with, I met Stormy Wellington, who made $1 million in 7 months. My sister and I had no idea that that company, was also funded by our owner that I'm going to introduce you guys to, a philanthropist, amazing gentleman. I met some of the best people when I was in that company. Austin Freeman made $100,000 in 10 months in that company. Same compensation plan, same structure. The only difference is our product is digital. We get 20% off the top in the binary. We get a 50% check match. You guys, this is one of the most amazing things because I watched people make $1.2 million in 1 year in that company. So what do you think is going to happen over here when we are utilizing a product that can really, truly change your life and your family's life? So before I actually just close out this call, I actually want to bring on our owner, phenomenal guy. I'm so excited that he is going to come on and just really quickly share the vision. I will allow you guys to ask questions, but he has some other calls, so I don't want to leave him on here forever answering calls. But let me unmute the line really quickly. All right. Dan, I'm just going to make you a co-host so you can actually unmute yourself. Dan, did you make the call?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can. Thank you so much for joining us.
Fantastic. Thank you, Megan. Thanks for everything that you got going.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I've spoken to you so many times, and you've been very transparent about this company. And I was just wondering if you can just, quickly tell our listeners just what your vision is, what your vision has been for MMT, and where you see it going with the implementation of this new binary option product.
Yeah, fantastic. Let me give you just a tiny background for, the new people on this call that haven't really heard the story. I actually launched MMT in May of 2017. So we're just about 2 years old right now. And we did it for the cryptocurrency space. And the reason I wanted to launch that company is there's so much confusion in cryptocurrency where people really have no idea what to do. Is Bitcoin legit? Is it is cryptocurrency going to just go away? Is it going to be as big as people think it is? People really don't know. So we wanted to set up a really simple option for people to participate in the cryptocurrency market without having to, become experts and really study it. We said, hey, we believe that crypto is here to stay. We believe that everybody should have at least a little bit in cryptocurrency. I definitely would not say go all in. I wouldn't say go all in anything. Even if you have a great FOREX system, I believe in diversification. I love FOREX also, so I'm excited to see what you guys have going there. And we have some awesome FOREX tools, some that Harry's created, some that Chris has created. And so this whole company is about teaching people the basic secret of wealth, which is obviously you work hard at your job and you make all this money. Why not put some of that money to work for you? Because the nice thing about that is money works 24/7. It doesn't call in sick, all of those types of things. So if you're able to find some different vehicles to grow your money consistently, you can make some amazing things happen. Just a lot of people have seen that penny doubling every day for 30 days. Start off with 1 penny, then tomorrow it's 2, and then the next day it's 4, and then 8, et cetera, et cetera. In 30 days, which really doesn't even seem possible to me, it's $5.3 million. That's the whole thing about that compounding. So if I can put some money to work for me, even if it's not a ton, and then I can start to compound that, it can start to grow. Now, adding a leveraged, compensation structure to that puts rocket fuel on that system where we can show people, because not a lot of people have enough money to really create a fortune off of compounding their profits by putting their money to work. But when you add to that just the basic simplicity of we have a model that is just giving people realistic ways to put their money to work in a comfort zone that they have. So for instance, in the crypto space, there's no monthly, there's no sign-up fees or anything like that. They can literally get started for $20 and be fully active for 2 years. Our business model is not about getting people to spend a bunch of money. Our business model is 100% about showing them some simple things they can do to put their money to work for them, and then provide an opportunity. Because again, if you put in $20 and that's all you put in for 2 years, it's not going to change your life. Even though it will end up with more than $20, it's not going to change your life. But by referring to people that, participate in that, and our other financial instruments that we have to grow money, then they tell two and they tell two. You just saw what Megan showed. It gets to $20,000 a month pretty quick. And that's the max in the binary, but there is no max in the matching bonuses. And what we've already seen, the matching bonuses for a large organization dwarf what's actually made in the binary pay itself. So it definitely has massive potential. And what we've seen, crypto in 2017, I'll tell you, was the easiest thing that I've ever done. I mean, we basically didn't have to do anything, and we just have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars coming in. 2018, not quite so much. The market was slow. Bitcoin, corrected itself, or depending on how you say, basically dropped down a significant amount, and it's just kind of been staying around 3,000 to 4,000 for almost a year now. And so we wanted to bring on some other instruments. Even though our business model isn't dependent on Bitcoin going up or down, we can show people how to make money regardless of what Bitcoin's doing. But there are so many people skeptical on cryptocurrency. We wanted to bring some other tools into the company in order to show people some other ways to, again, grow their money. And so the first one, and this isn't the only one, this is the first product that we're offering, which is the binary options that Megan talked about. I've really enjoyed binary options. It's what I call a perfect starting point, because you don't have the risk of losing all of your money. And even in some cases, if you're trading during news, or there's just different scenarios, even if you have a stop loss, it may not stop you out. So the stop loss is, you think in your mind, if I have a stop loss, there's no way I can lose all the money in my account. That's not necessarily true. If you're trading at the wrong times, that stop might not kick in, and it might not stop you out. And the next thing you know, all of your money in your account just went to zero. So the nice thing about binary options, you don't have to worry about a target price. You don't have to worry about a stop loss. There's no all you learn is how to execute the trade. We can teach anybody how to do that in less than a minute. It's only one trade a day. It's pretty, consistent, profitable. Just like Megan was showing in the FOREX, they don't all win. In this, we're just hoping to win anything over 30%. So if we have a week, we count on losing 2 or 3 times in that week. Some weeks we've lost 5 times in a week. Some weeks we've won 5 times in a week. So it's really about the consistency. We are going to be having some training on strategies, like different things that you can do, money management. And then Chris, who was I guess he was on the call the other night. Megan, is that correct?
Yeah, he actually jumped on last night.
Okay, so this is just one of Chris's strategies. And to be honest, it's not even his best strategy. It's the easiest strategy. So we're starting with the easiest. We're going to launch several other strategies as time comes. We don't want to confuse people by having too many options. This is just kind of like for the brand new person. This is one of the easiest ways to have a great chance of growing your money. But just as in anything, binary options included, depending on the amount of risk you're taking, the amount that you start your account out, it is possible to lose money in binary options, same as it is in FOREX. And so we're really just doing, I guess for lack of a better term, just a really educated guess in what the market's doing. And over the 11 years that Chris has done it, he's seen the consistency. The consistency isn't day to day or week to week. Consistency is more year to year. So you'll have some losing days, you'll have some losing weeks, you may even have some losing months, but you shouldn't have any losing years. And so it's something that we want to get people's mindset around. But the big concept is just that basic wealth principle, teaching people to put a little bit of money to work for them. As those profits grow, compound that and turn it into more money, just the same as that penny doubling. And by adding that to the opportunity where somebody can come in and create tremendous leverage on a $49 monthly for your training and for the phone app and for your back-end system, and being able to participate in all of our other products and future products that we're going to be launching. Not every product that we launch will be under that 49, but I will assure you we will have other options that are included for that 49. This is just kind of during the pre-launch to get everything up and going and moving in. Again, this is just a pre-launch in these new products. It's not a pre-launch of the company. The company's been going, paying every single week for almost 2 straight years now, and brought on tens of thousands of people, tens of millions of dollars in volume, and we're really just getting started. So we're extremely excited about what Megan's doing. We brought Chris and Harry on actually as partners to the company, so they're also owners in the company, because they're helping bring on some of these non-crypto based products. Not that crypto, I still am very heavily vested in crypto and will continue to be, but I've never been all in. I still have always done my FOREX accounts. I've always had the futures. I've always had my mutual funds and stock options, and some of the other things that we're doing with the bonds. And so again, if there's and then to add to that, many other traditional businesses. I'm all about growing money and then having simple options for the average person to learn what I was lucky enough to learn when I was 18. If I didn't learn that whole concept of leverage and growing your money and putting your money to work when I was 18, who knows where I'd be now. I was just lucky enough to that first day of college have this graph shown to me that impacted my life in a way that I started to make different decisions. Because I don't remember the exact numbers on that graph, but I do know this. Every couple of years that it went up, at 18 years old, you needed to put aside $75 a month, get 10% growth per year to retire at the age of 65 with over $1 million. But at 20, it was like double that. At 30, it was like 10 times that. At 40, it's more and more. And so people get themselves in the situation that they don't have enough money to put to work for them to create wealth because they didn't start when they were 16 or 17 or 18. And so we wanted to put this at a price point that we can go all over the world, and regardless of what their monthly income is, or we can work with the millennials and 18, 19, 20-year-olds and really teach them the same thing that I learned. So Megan, that's my passion. That's why we started the company. I still am grateful for that one little pamphlet, How to Retire a Millionaire, that I got my first day of college, and changed the way that I think about money. From that time, when I earned money, I always put money aside that I could put into something, some sort of vehicle to grow it. So many people, in their mind, they think they don't have enough money to grow it. So what do? They put it in a savings account, or they put it in an envelope in their drawer, or they put it under their mattress or in a firebox or something, and then it's just sitting there losing value. Unless money's working, it's actually getting worth less and less every month that it goes by, as opposed to growing. So we just wanted to have some options for the average person to not only grow their money, because again, it's very difficult. I'll be honest with everybody. It's not super realistic for somebody to put a couple $100 into Nadex and then turn that couple hundred into millions or tens of millions of dollars. But if you can show the average person how to put a couple $100 into Nadex, learn a couple of the FOREX strategies and stuff like that, start growing it every single month, and then you can show them how to do the same thing, and then they show people how to do the same thing, that alone, you can use this product that everybody needs and most people want. Most people simply aren't growing their money because they don't know what to do, not because they're not interested in it. Right. So we're that company that can go along, and if somebody says, what do you do? Well, we basically show people how to put a little bit of their money to work for them and make more money every single day while they're sleeping, while they're vacationing, while they're doing whatever. And it piques people's interest. We can share a little bit of information with them. We make the startup so easy that the average person can participate, and then they refer a couple who refer a couple, and then it all grows from there. So that's basically what our vision is, what we're doing. We're excited to be working with all of you guys on this, and with Megan and Reagan and all the other leaders that we've been introduced to. It's just an awesome team, and so we want to help as many people as we possibly can through the compensation structure, and then everybody else help through just teaching them some basic strategies on how to grow money.
Well, I appreciate you, Dan, so much, and that's why I said the many times that I've talked to you over the past month, I guess, over the past month, I've learned so much. There's so much coming out with this product, and I did want to give I'm going to take just a couple questions, guys, though. Reagan's going to do the house. She would usually do the housekeeping, but I think she's in a loud environment. But definitely keep your questions to questions, because Dan has some other calls and things like that. So if you wouldn't mind, just keep your questions to a question versus just comments, and keep them brief so I can just hear from a few people. So is there anyone out there that has a quick question that you want to ask? Iso, I did see you first. You want to jump in? All right. Does anyone have a question out there? I see a couple hands up. All right. Go ahead, Pastor Sydney. You have a quick question, please? Go ahead and let me unmute. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't have you guys unmuted. Go ahead. Iso, go ahead and jump in first. I know you had a question.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you too, Dan, for coming with this platform to help out this opportunity. I just want to thank you on that. But my question is, for the capital gains that we make from this investment, do you think we'd be part of that opportunity fund for the new tax act?
Oh, let me unmute Dan. Hold on one second. Sorry, Dan. Okay, there you go. You're unmuted.
I'm not positive on that. I haven't looked at a lot of the stuff. I have a really good accountant, and I pay him in order to give me that advice. So I honestly don't know. I could probably find that out, but I'm not sure on that one.
And that's what Apostle Rod always says. Like, we don't necessarily we can't give tax advice or anything like that. But the great thing about being in our community, I'm sure that knowledge is floating around, and someone would be able to answer that question for you, Isel. So we'll look into that. Thank you so much for your question. Pastor Sidney, you have a quick question?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to Mr. Dan, the CEO, the Malta. It has been an amazing time. I've been anticipating your call over here in Africa. My quick question is this, sir. In the NetDex account, we find out that basically, since it's the broker we're using, although I was later informed that the other broker, but just to a quick question: is there any way whereby Africa and Nigeria or other countries that are not included in the sign up of opening of account, is there any way you can improvise and ensure that we have a platform in NetDex? Is there any help you can help us out from that, opening an account with NetDex?
Great question. We definitely can't pool money and help people set up accounts that aren't in a country that they support, but we will for sure have some products that will be available, and obviously what Megan and stuff are doing in FOREX, I'm sure that's available. The crypto side that we have is definitely available. So there's definitely going to be some things you can do in the company. This is just one product. It's not necessarily the only product that we have. So the crypto products that we have right now, you can participate in as little as $20, and that'll lock in your position, qualify you for commissions. And then as we get some other financial instruments that are available in your country, then you can participate with those also. But right now we don't have any options other than NADEX. We only use NADEX. That's available for 40 countries. We obviously realize there's a lot more than 40 countries, but that's a good start. Then we have the cryptocurrency side for all the other countries. So we have something for somebody in virtually every country. You can build this globally, worldwide. but not every single product that we launch will necessarily be available in every single country.
Thank you, Dan, for answering that. I was actually having a conversation with Harry and Chris about that today. And so Pastor Sidney, they were, I wanted to hear that from Dan as well. So they were talking about some other options with binary option trading outside of Nadex. So that just, we have something for everybody. So I'll be getting back to you on that as well, Dan and Pastor Sidney. So thank you so much for that question. Okay, one more question, guys.
Can I ask his question?
Yes, go ahead. And then if any guests have any questions too, I kind of want to get a few guests in there if they have any questions. So Selena, go ahead and jump right in.
Okay, the question I have, especially with the cryptocurrency market kind of fluctuating kind of up and down a little low and staying roughly at 4,000, with your crypto mining, will your account still grow based on the markets, or is it algorithms, or how does that work? Can you still get growth on that crypto part?
No, I wouldn't do the mining. We have other options than mining and crypto. So the mining packages won't be available until mining is profitable again. But the trading packages are available, and how that works is we have partnered with a company that works with Oxos in Mexico and several other different locations, and they have a big OTC business similar to a Bitcoin ATM business. So basically they're able to charge high fees, and because of the convenience, just like ATMs always charge their fees because of the convenience of getting cash. And in different places they up the fees depending on like if you're at a casino or something like that, they charge even higher fees. So it's that same principle. Our trading isn't like trying to predict if Bitcoin's going up or down, or where the support is and where the resistance is, and trying to guess the market. It's more just based on services, fees that are already built in. So it's very, very consistent. It has been 100% consistent for the last 2 years. So definitely the mining is not an option right now until mining becomes profitable again, but the others are an option. Again, I think the best option for growing your money right now is FOREX and in the binary options, but it is very consistent. It's probably going to be growing slower, but it is very consistent week after week after week, your money growing. And that's really what we want to get people used to and get people seeing as their money getting bigger, even if it's at a small rate, like that penny doubling. It takes a little while for it to get some steam, but people can get a lot of steam involved as they refer a couple who refer a couple, and you start earning hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in the compensation structure. Now all of a sudden you have some money to do some damage with in the Nadex market and the Forex market and the crypto market. And so really it's just about having a product for everybody in every country and every price point, so that anybody who is looking for opportunity, they can find it here with us at MMT.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Dan, really for answering those questions. And I know some of you have a lot of questions. We actually have a private Telegram, and I'm talking to Harry on a consistent basis. Dan is extremely busy, but he always makes time to answer my calls. So I want to thank you so much for that, Dan. But if you guys have any other questions, throw those questions in the Telegram so that we can get those questions answered. I actually have a call with Harry right after here so we can answer some of you guys' questions. You've been texting me. So Dan, I want to thank you so much just for jumping aboard. I know that Apostle Rod had unmuted his line for a second, one of our traders over here. Rod, did you want to say anything before I close the call out?
Yeah, I was just going to address the question that Pastor Sidney had out of Africa. If you inbox me, Pastor Sidney, I can give you a company that you can use these same strategies with, that will accept individual Nigerian and African citizens as well. So that's not a problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. I'm so grateful.
Thank you. And that's what Harry and I were talking about as well, and Chris today. So like Dan said, there's so many options for you guys to make money. And I want you to think about this. The majority of us are putting our money away in banks. I worked at the bank for about a year and a half, and we're not making any money on our money. And a lot of times, like Dan said, it's not because we don't want to, it's just because we were never taught. We don't know any better. So it's up to us to pass the baton. If you have kids, you have grandkids, you have young people around you. My mother, I mean, it's never too late to learn how to really build a legacy for your family. So Dan, before I close out the call, I just want to say thank you so much. I know you have a million things to do, and thank you for just jumping aboard our call and answering a couple questions.
Thank you for everything you're doing, Megan. And I'll be reaching out tomorrow for kind of the exact launch strategy. And we're kind of deciding, I think everything looks like it's running smooth from all of our testing. We're going to do a little bit more. Sometimes we don't like to launch on a Friday. That's still our plan. But if it goes to Monday, it will be just because if we launch on a Friday, it's harder to get hold of our programmers over the weekend. And so we just want to make sure everything's running perfect tomorrow, which seems like it is. We've been testing it, have had no issues. So the plan is still tomorrow. We'll send you out all the information, and then you can send it out to your team, Megan. Everything's done. We just want to make sure that it's tested, because we launch on a Friday, there's an issue, and people can't get them solved until Monday, then that would be our only thing. But we haven't seen any issues, so we're excited about the opportunity. And again, I just want to congratulate you guys all for being on this call, taking the time. There's a lot of things you could be doing on a Thursday night. But I'll tell you what, I've met a lot of leaders in this industry. I've been full-time since I was 18 years old, February of '93, freshman year in college. Again, I've done this for a long time. And what Megan said, that, launching their team, it couldn't be it's the smartest thing to do. If I was going to give anybody advice, would be, even if you find the company you want to do, take some time and really get your strategy and get your launch so that you can create that story your first month. Because the better first month you can have, and it gives that belief in your team members. Because when they're looking at the leaders, and if they're not seeing the leaders have the success, then it pretty much takes their hope away. But when they see their leaders come out and have a huge first month and a huge first quarter, and then all of a sudden it gives them the confidence that they're on the right team, they're in the right business, and then it goes. So it really does yourself a disservice to not go all in at the beginning. I know a lot of times people are a little hesitant because they want to kind of dip their toe in and make sure that everything's running smooth before they refer anybody. But, make that decision quick. And once you decide to get started, I recommend, if you're trying to build the business, now if you just want to grow your money, that's fine. And that's more of a customer approach, that no problem. We want as many customers as we can get. We have awesome products for that. But if you really want to grow your business, go all in, because what happens is people are watching you, and if they're not seeing you have the success that's expected and stuff like that, then it just kind of slows down your whole group. So what Megan and Reagan and all the leaders are doing, smartest thing to do to build your business. And it's something that I've done over the years, and it's helped us start our team with thousands instead of, dozens. And if you start your team with thousands, and then, it starts compounding from there, that's how, dreams are made and leaders are created in the industry. So you guys are doing an awesome job. We're going to do everything we can to support you. So thanks for your leadership and demonstrating that to your team.
Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate you. This is, an awesome compensation plan. It's an awesome product, and people are going to have a lot of success when they put in the work. So thank you so much for jumping aboard this call. And guys, can you give me like 60 seconds, 90 seconds to just hang out for just a second? And I want to go ahead and let Dan go, because I know he's got a lot of things to do. So thank you so much, Dan, for jumping aboard. I am going to really quickly, guys, I see a lot of questions in the chat about, can Canada use Nadex? We're going to take care of all of that. The one thing that you guys need to know is that we do our research. We did our research before we chose MMT. We can be in any company, but we talked to Dan. We talked to a lot of other owners, and this is the company where people can truly learn a skill set and make money on a consistent basis, but they can also make a amazing income promoting. So I'm going to take you guys' questions in just a second, but I do want to just throw this out here really quickly. Dan, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I want you guys to understand that like we're still in a pre-launch phase. And when Dan said that we are going to launch tomorrow if everything goes well, I want you to, Reagan and I have been up probably for 2 or 3 days straight along with some other leaders, and we have hundreds of people to put in. Like tonight, I have a binder full of 100 pages of names, email addresses. All of those people have to be inputted into the system by Reagan and I by hand. It is going to take a long, long time, but it is a wonderful, amazing problem to have. So I want you guys to understand that like some people are going to make an amazing income. Some people are going to get their toe wet a little bit, but with that compound effect, we're going to do some amazing things. So here's what I want to tell you guys. And this is for all the leaders on here. Those of you who are new and hearing this information for the first time, I want you to understand that our team is serious about making money. We are serious about knocking out that compensation plan, because if you're going to play in the Forex market, if you're going to play in the binary option market, you guys heard Chris last night, you'd have to pay him about $25,000 to learn from him and sign a non-disclosure. So the everyday average person, we've been left out of this market. All we're trying to do right now is take a piece of the room. We're trying to get market share in this room because it's $5 trillion or trillions of dollars floating around, and we have an opportunity to grab it. So for those of you who truly want to grab it, you cannot play with this thing. And this is where my, probably my modern day Harriet Tubman comes in, where I'm talking seriously to your heart and to your work ethic. People are going to max out that compensation plan, and I want it to be you. And it is as simple as exposing people to a $49 product. If people give you kind of flack about $49, they definitely need this opportunity. You just might have to speak to their hearts about what they really want. So I want to show you guys really quickly that we're getting ready to start a 90-day launch. You have to get plugged in for real, okay? Getting plugged in for real doesn't mean that you miss calls here and there and then you call the leaders and you're out of the loop, because one day over here in network marketing, one day over here in affiliate marketing, and what we do is like, it feels like a week. I didn't go to bed last night. I think I napped from 5 until 5:45. That's how serious I am about my business. And I'm not expecting you guys to be like that. But when people are walking across the stage making $20,000 a week, don't wish that you could do it. Put in the work so you can do it. And then live life on your own terms. You want to be recruiting or building your foundation daily. It is very simple. All you have to do is put somebody on the call. We're doing the calls for you for a reason, so you can put those new people on. And all you have to do is do what Michael did. His mom is at his house. She's listening in on the call. It doesn't take a lot to just get a person to listen and then allow them to make their own decision. And then I truly want you guys to focus on the 20 percenters. You're going to have, there's 80 of you on here. And, me teaching high school, I would have 30 people in my classroom and 5 people would really be paying attention. And those 5 people would go on to be really successful. I don't want you guys to get caught up in the 80 percenters that are in and out of the business. They talk about they want to be millionaires, but they're not showing up, or those types of things. I want you guys to really focus on the people that are showing up every single day, because it only takes 2 people who want to make $20,000 a week for you to get to the top of this comp plan. All you have to do is help a few people. Get your team plugged in. I call my team. LA has his own business. I'm talking to Son all the time. I'm talking to Byron. My heart goes out to Tina, and she's still on this call, even going through the things that she's gone through in the last week that many of us wouldn't even want to talk about going through, losing a parent. And she's still on this call. So it's all about guys being plugged in. If you want to plug in with our traders right now, or you want to know how to set up your accounts, we can help you do that and start demo trading. Just get in the live market and see what that market does and get excited. Esau got in the market today demo in a demo account, a practice binary demo account, and his account is up $1,900. Don't you think he's going to be super excited? Okay. And Dan said, you may not get rich right off the bat, but guys, if you make an extra $1,900 in a day, somebody's buying me dinner, right? No, I'm just kidding. But, but you guys are going to be excited. That's great. Okay. So we're going to talk to you guys about funding your accounts, but more than anything, I need you guys to just really make a decision. What's your grind look like? Don't tell me you want to make $20,000 a week if your hustle is not matching the actions. So I want to help you guys. We are on a race to get to the top of this comp plan, okay? And it just starts with you, 2 other people. I'm not going to go over this right now because I want to be able to get on this other call as well. But I do want to tell you guys that we are going to max out that compensation plan in 90 days or 12 months. It doesn't matter, but $20,000 a week is very, very powerful. So I'm going to take one question really quickly from a guest. Okay. You people who show up all the time, you guys talk to me all the time. So is there anybody who's new on the call and you just have a really quick question before we hop off? Waiting. I always like to wait because in the class, somebody's going to jump in. So is there anybody, any new people who have a call or who have a question out there?
Megan, this is Mike. You got one in the chat.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Let me take a look. Thank you, Michael. All right. I need the, okay. Okay. I'll definitely get you guys the recording. So if you are inside of my Telegram, that's really the only place that I am going to be posting. So you have to get plugged into our private Telegram. So get back with the person who shared the info and ask them for the Telegram link. Are there any other questions? So do we just download the app and how do we start? So we're going to walk you through that process. That's part of the training. So when we go into the company, we're going to have a step-by-step on how to get involved, get inside the Telegram so you guys know exactly how to upgrade into the company. Reagan and I are going to put you guys in for free right now. Okay. We're plugging you guys in for free. Then you will get your credentials. So then you can go live in your account. Okay. You can upgrade in your account. So we're going to give you all of those steps once we get you guys in. And you'll know this information tomorrow because I'm going to do another call a couple times tomorrow. So get in the Telegram and look for that call information.
Megan,
Okay.
this is Lena. I have a quick question.
Okay.
You might have mentioned this before in the other calls, and I apologize if it's being redundant. But as far as the Nadex account, I know we're launching tomorrow. Do you want us to, for those that haven't opened up a Nadex account, to do that tonight, or just wait until after launch?
Well, it's completely up to you. You guys can go on nadex.com and you can actually open up your practice account. You can open up a real account if you like. And I'm going to do a training on that because we're all in different places. There are some of us on here who have very limited funds. And I'm going to show you guys the activity you should be doing to get money to actually put in your account. That's that income shifting. There are some of you on here truly that are big ballers. You guys have money to blow. And that's not all of us. So you may be able to just jump right in and put money in your account. So I'm going to do a training tomorrow and on Saturday so that I can get all of us acclimated and into the company comfortably. Sunshine and I are working on a playbook so that you guys will know step by step what to do. And that playbook should be coming out this weekend.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Megan.
You're welcome. For those of you who are new, if you haven't gone to the capture page, it's still available. Give me one quick second. It's still available to go to the capture page, apprenticeminds.com, and plug in your information inside of this capture page. Put your government name, your first and last name, your email address, your phone number, and who referred you. Today's the last day that you can refer people and get a free vacation. So every 3 people you refer, we give out free vacations. Today's the last day for those free vacations, and then we'll talk to you guys about the winners of those vacations later on this week. But go to that page and go ahead and get plugged in so that we can put you in the downline, okay? Somebody had a question out there. Go ahead and jump in for me real quick. You have to unmute your line. I think it's a Galaxy S7 maybe. You had a question? You don't have a microphone though.
So hey, will the app be available tomorrow?
Well, we'll let you know, Selena. They're ready to go. They're waiting on us. Okay. The product is ready to go, but a lot of work is going into getting you guys into this company and positioned correctly so that you guys can, those leaders who have been putting in the work, like truly putting in the work, you guys want to get paid for that. So they're waiting on us. So as soon as Reagan and I can get all of you guys in, we're not sleeping tonight. It's going to be a 24-hour night to try and get all of you guys plugged in, and then we'll give you that information when we get it. All right. Thanks, Selena. Does anyone else have any questions? All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Definitely go to apprenticeminds.com, plug in your information, get inside of the Telegram. If you want to roll with us, come on, we'll take you. If you want to wait and sit back for a week, we're showing checks in a couple of weeks. So you're definitely going to want to jump in. But I do want to tell you guys that you want to get that position equity. The longer that you wait, every single day, I tell people that it could have been you at the top of that organization, and some of you are sitting on top of gold mines, and you're going to make money just because you got positioned and you signed up a couple people. Okay. If you wait, you might end up like the person at the very bottom, and you're missing out on all of this positioning, and every single person you get paid on over here. So I encourage you guys to learn the comp plan, expose it to a few people. Okay. So I want to thank you guys so much for jumping on and sticking around for an hour. Thank you guys so much. And I will be putting information in the Telegram tomorrow about our calls and our 90-day blitz. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.